Well, what was working well for me was, my teammates, we was all playing together. Like everybody, like I said in my last interview, we all got individual roles that we have to play within the defense. And when we execute our position, then it opens up for somebody to make the play. And it was just me. It felt great to be back in my groove again, just making plays, having fun. But then again, like it just felt great to, contribute to my team. Like, ain't no greater feeling than knowing that you did everything that you could to help bring your team to a win. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting the defense down. I feel like he is going to start putting more things in once we start, showing them that we're more comfortable with it and everything. And actually producing within the defense. And that's what we've been doing, as you saw in the game. So the process has been difficult but humbling, dealing with the past coaching staff, I couldn't really produce. Plus, when I first got here, I got injured. But ever since then, it just made me realize, it's time to work. Got to get back to work. Like, nothing's going to be given to me just because I was the best out of high school, Like, it's a whole new level. It's a whole new scheme, and a whole new process. So once I got hurt and things like that, I just had to humble myself, get back to ground zero and build myself back up again. And I feel like now with this new coaching staff, I'm able to be myself again. And I've been blessed to have many opportunities on the field. I've played more than I've ever played in like 2 years. So I feel great. I'm just blessed. As time goes on, you realize like everybody has something that they have to control. Like there's a very few things that you can control. And you have to take care of what you can control versus worry about what you can't control. So that's what we're trying to do. And then those hurdles that's been happening to us in the past, can't worry about it because it's said and done. The only thing we can do is play in the moment, worry about the moment, and make a better future.
After my first year, I kind of didn't grind as hard as I should have, and I kind of got complacent and things like that. And, that can always come back and bite you at the end of the day. So that's one thing I learned from it.
How nice is it to be back in the mix and get to make plays?
It feels good. I mean, the biggest thing for me is just to have fun. I mean, it's my last year, it's going by way too fast, so I just try to, make every play, every rep count in practice from winter workouts in the cold up till, camp when it's hot outside, you don't feel like doing anything, just try to have fun with it. My first year I was getting the ball somewhat, a lot, but it came to the point to where we would run a lot more than we would throw. So even in practice, we're throwing the ball, a ton of times, so it's more reps with me, catching the ball and with other receivers as well. So just being able to get that mental rep and actually all the reps in practice and come game time, it comes easy. Yeah, just one thing. So this week we just need to focus on, all the small details of running routes and things like that, whether that's, going for the deep ball or short routes and anything like that. Just trying to create that physical presence of, being able to catch the ball in traffic, whether you're in traffic or if you're wide open. So that's one thing we all have to focus on this week. To me, it doesn't really matter what conference, what team it is. It's college football. Everybody's out here trying to give it all they got so they can, have a chance to play in the league. So the way I see it is, it doesn't matter what team it is. I have to go out there and play my best football that I can. So that's all it is to me.
Did you see the play where Central Michigan won it on the hook and ladder? Did you guys talk about that at all?
I mean, we saw it. I think it was during our pregame meal. We always have, college games up before our game. And we saw the highlights of it. It was pretty crazy. But, I mean, it goes to show you if you just keep playing, you never know what can happen. It could have happened for us come Saturday, so you just have to, just stay focused and never think that you're out of the fight for any reason.
When you're watching that, did you realize that you're playing them in 2 weeks? Or?
I mean, I did, but at the time, I wasn't really concerned about it at that time, but it was a pretty, nice play.
How are you guys doing today? Great to see you. Hey. Yeah, so that's been a very successful play for us, that draw. And I heard Coach Mendenhall say we had Al and myself leading up on the two inside linebackers, and we wouldn't want it any other way, really. I mean, we couldn't have drew it up better. And, I ended up cutting my guy, and Al ended up cutting his guy, and Kurt ran right where he was supposed to run, and there was just, that nose tackle was sitting there and kind of just got him by his leg. And, that's been a very successful play for us, and I would never question the play calling of Coach Anai. I mean, he's really, really brilliant at what he does, and
Took it hard.
yeah. Well, I'm back there taking in everything that Coach Mendenhall is saying, but he's so right when he says that when you're a leader, you kind of take the brunt force of the negatives, and obviously people are going to put that on him, the offensive coordinator, and he's going to take it all. But man, he's brilliant, and I think that was a great call at the time. We had him on their heels. We hit him deep with Donnie the first play, and then a couple plays later we hit Keeon across the middle, and we're getting ready to win the football game. And man, we had them on their heels. They weren't making calls. They couldn't communicate, and when we don't sub, when we're in our hurry up and we're not subbing, that doesn't give them a chance to sub. And man, we're just running with the same packages. And I really thought that draw was going to hit, and it didn't. And that's the game, and that's why you play it. So it would have been nice, but it didn't hit.
How much are you guys, or a lot of these guys, still just learning how to win?
Yeah, man, I think it's a great question. Doug approves. Man, it's just a great question, because I think that no matter how strong, no matter how physically fit, at the end of the day, on Saturdays, you need to be mentally prepared for what you're about to do. And in the past, we haven't had a history of, for example, winning on the road, and it's gonna take time. And I hear Coach Mendenhall say it all the time. This is not an overnight thing where we just brainwash everyone and teach them all how to win again. That's just not how it happens. And I think that my role in this team and for this program and for the future of this program is to let guys know what they're capable of. This team is capable of competing at such a high level in our conference and in the nation. And I just want to let people know that this team and this program is going to be successful. And it's a choice. It's up to us. And we control when that happens. And when guys figure that out, this is going to be so special. And Coach Mendenhall and his coaching staff, I mean, just the brightest, most hardworking men I've ever seen, I've ever been around. And a culture of winning is going to take place at Virginia. And it's something you can't teach. It's something that comes with time, and it's something that gets so ingrained in your everyday preparation and just the way you come to McHugh Center ready to work every day. It's just something that we haven't had here in the past few years, and in my honest opinion, it's coming, and it is going to be special when we start winning big football games here. It's going to be special.
Andrew Brown was in here earlier with Keeon, and they both talked about how it feels like it's so close they can almost taste it.
Yeah.
What do you think the celebration is going to be like when you guys kind of have your breakthrough win?
I want to sit up here and say that I want the team to act like they've been there before. But to be quite honest, we haven't been here before. We have not put in this much work to have an outcome like the one we're going to have when we win our first game this year. It's going to be so special for us. And I think that goes hand in hand with that question. It's going to show people that when you work hard, when you do the right things, when you put 100% effort towards something, good things happen. And it's going to be a special day. And whenever that is, Coach Mendenhall always says, I keep referring to Coach Mendenhall, I'm sorry, because you guys probably already know everything he says, but he always says that it's up to us. It's a choice. When everyone chooses to collectively put everything towards every single practice, deliberate practice, and those practices will lead to the game. And when we get to the game, it'll be second nature for us. We'll just go out there and we'll just play. And it's going to be so special. I can't wait for it to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. It could be this week. It can be in 5 weeks. When it happens, it's going to be special, and I can't wait to be a part of it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like from week 1 to week 2, they say that's always tell how your team's going to do in the year, and I feel like we made a tremendous jump from week 1 to week 2. Regardless if we gave 600 yards, like the positivity will always keep a team going. Like I feel like from week 1 to week 2 to week 3, we're getting better and better as a defense, offense included, and just the idea of the positivity from the coaches and the coaches staying positive keeps the players positive. Like, we have a quick mindset. Like, say, like, when we have Sundays off, we have the game on Saturday, have Sundays off. Like, we have a couple days to, like, get over the loss, or we got over the loss, and then we come that Monday ready to work for the prepare for the next team. I wouldn't say it's, like, difficulties, but, like, we look at every team. The same teams have strengths and weaknesses, and like I said, we study the offensive line. We see what they're good at, see what they're not so good at. And when you study a team, it's like, I don't know too much about Central Michigan yet because we haven't started, but like it's another game. Like, it's just another game. Same preparation. Like, we're not gonna look at any team different. We're just gonna play them. We're gonna focus on ourselves, and we're gonna do what we know we can do well.